Alright, what's happening, guys? So, we've got the Tavern Brawl in session now, and it's a pretty cool one. I like this a lot. It's only open for 6 days, so I'm going to try and bang out at least a couple of games with each of the different heroes. There's a ton of stuff in here. I like this a lot. So, there's 11 different World Championship decks that you can choose from. I've played one with Demon Hunter, and it was pretty good. I actually remember this deck from 2020. So I'm going to start with Demon Hunter. I'm going to get about 5 games in and see where that takes me. So let's get it. Feels good that the first game I played was a win, but I do have some experience with this deck. I was playing slightly similar things at the time, back in 2020 when I was playing Hearthstone. So let's see if I can win again. I played against Mage the first time, and one of the things I'm expecting with this is that people will pilot these decks horrendously. There's like a learning curve with some of these decks. So let's throw that back. This is good. So the issue I found with this deck the first time I played it was that I wasn't drawing Soul Fragments nearly as much as I needed them. I think I'm going to throw that back. I'm going to give this a try. Perfect. So multiple ways to make Soul Fragments in my opening hand is great. I think the first game I played, I had like 3 cards that needed Soul Fragments to do anything relevant, like this and other things, and I was just sitting there for turns waiting for them. So once I got one, I just handily won the game. It was surprisingly easy. I think the overall purpose of this deck, from what I remember, is simply just to do really efficient and powerful things. The Soul Shear is a great removal spell. Pretty much anything you can do to shuffle Soul Fragments in your deck is obviously good, because they come in handy later. You do have to be a little careful, though, because if you shuffle them in and you draw them, then you don't get the benefit off of stuff like this. So, let's see. I'm going to do this guy. Get rid of that. Oh, well, hello there. That seems pretty good. I actually don't hate this, because the one thing I don't want Paladin to do is to gain some momentum, because they have a lot of very powerful, efficient cards. I mean, these are these are all World Championship decks, so they're all going to be very powerful and very efficient. However, the Paladin deck is very good about pushing through once they have some momentum, so you got to be careful of them. Same can be said for this deck, but I find that the Demon Hunter deck has a little bit more explosiveness. They can kind of come out of nowhere. And that guy's going to be great next turn. Let's see, what do I do here? I think I just bash them for a bunch in the face. Let's draw some cards. Okay. Not the best draw, but I've got, I think, 3 left in there now. That's fantastic right now, because this guy drawing them cards would feed them a lot of gas. So let's do that. Ooh, even better. So we're going to do that, kill their guy, hit him for 6 in the face. You see what I mean about explosivity? This thing just goes bang. Like the turn that I won against the Mage in my first game, I was kind of behind. They were playing Mana Worms and pumping them up and doing stuff, and I was like barely surviving. But after trading blows, I think they were at about 17, and I did like 11 damage in one turn just off of attacking with my hero. And I also played this guy, and they were just like, we're done. So, yeah, I think we just continue the aggression here. This is leftmost minion has +1 attack and lifesteal for 3 turns. So, yeah, let's just keep bashing their face, and hopefully I can create a pace that they can't actually match. Turn 5, they're at 10. Very good start. And following up with another one of these would be great. I should have, let's see, 1, 2... There should be 1 or 2 soul fragments left in the deck, so...
The desert sun strengthens my rays.
Now that's annoying. So 5/6, Taunt Divine Shield. Ooh, Skull of Gul'dan is very good. What to do here is the question.
Demons.
I kind of want to go Chaos Strike Blade Dance, because if I can clear the way, then that'll make a big difference here. I could go Soul Shear, knock out the Divine Shield. I might have to let them gain some life, unfortunately.
Demons.
How do I want to do this? Yeah, maybe Skull is best, because then I'll get a lot more info to work off of. Okay. So that's helpful, but I don't think it's something I can do now. So if they want to hit me in the face or hit my guy, either way is fine. That'll put him up to 17, but I think... yeah, once the aura's gone, things will be a lot easier. And I think this might be the final turn. Your minions can't take more than 2 damage at a time. Yeah, these paladin cards are pretty good.
Open your minds to the light.
So you can use 1 of 3 abilities instead of attacking. They have 2 left, so they can set the attack and health of all enemy minions to 2, or they can draw 2 cards. Wow, set the attack, health, and cost to 2. Pretty nuts. So I am glad they didn't attack my guy with that. So let me see here. If I do this and this, that's 6. Okay, so there's 4 soul fragments left in the deck. I have 4 mana left. What to do here? So if I pump my hero by 2 more, that would kill both of their guys, but I don't think that's possible, unfortunately. So let's go with... Yeah, maybe I just double Soul Shear. Yeah, I don't want to have to lose this guy, but I think that's what I have to do here. So we're going to go here. We're going to do this. Oh, but then I can't Blade Dance. Naturally. Alright. Super misplay, but that's okay. And their minions can only take 2 damage at a time. So, alright, I'm just kind of foobarred. This is what happens, too, with some of these decks. Because it's not like something you've been playing for a while, and they don't even show you the deck list. So you just kind of make do with the way things are. So misplays and stuff will happen. Jeez. Alright, yeah, that's the way it goes. Alright, so 0-1 after playing Paladin. I am excited to play Paladin. That's the second one on my list of decks to play. I wanted to start with Demon Hunter because that's my favorite class for the most part in this. But let's see. Game 2. Alright, against Rogue. Yeah, I think that last game could have been salvaged had I had a little bit better idea of what I was doing. So Rogue is going to draw a lot of cards. They're going to play some combo spells. I don't think they're going to spam the board much, and plus I don't have any soul fragments available here. And Twin Slice, I mean, I could care about... I don't think I want Twin Slice in my opening hand. It's great to draw later when you've got a reason to use it. Excellent. That's a great opening hand. Ooh, even better. And this being on the far left means I definitely get outcast, which is fantastic. This card used to win so many games almost by itself, because drawing 3 cards is great. Any 3 for 1 is amazing. But the reducing the cost by 3 is really what makes the difference. After you trade this, reduce the cost of a spell in your hand by 1. Interesting. Come on! Alright, I'm not even going to count that game. That's ridiculous. Alright, let's try again. So this is the real game, too. Trying to get some interaction here. Man. Yeah, I really like when they do Tavern Brawls or events like this. I think it helps show the legacy of the game. Because I've been playing Magic the Gathering off and on for about 20 years, and that's something I really like about them is they've got a lot of large tournaments, and their Pro Tour is just super iconic. So a lot of times I'll go back and rewatch old games from old Pro Tours because some of them are just incredible. Like there's some really good examples of how to outplay your opponents, or whenever there's a deck that catches the metagame off guard. That's always fascinating to watch. So there's some really cool stuff online that you can see, especially for Magic, but I love that Hearthstone does stuff like this to also reinforce that like there is a big history behind it. Alright, so we're playing a rogue again. Hopefully this one is not gonna scoop, not gonna give up on turn 1. This guy is pretty decent. So if they play a dude, I'm just going to do this pretty much no matter what it is, because I want soul fragments in my deck as much as possible. Very interesting. Okay. Are you kidding me? I didn't double check the name, but that might have been the... Okay, I'm just going to call that 1-1 after 2 rogues, since they both just... That's insane. I know you guys can't see the name on the top left corner because of my big ugly grill, but I'm going to keep an eye out if that's the same person I play again. If this is a rogue, I swear. I swear. Okay, we got a priest. So technically we're 1-1. Technically 2-1, but I'm not counting one of those. I don't think I care about this. Yeah, there's much better things I can draw. Give me a 1-drop. Good, great opening hand. Yeah, any game starting with Spirit Jailer is fantastic. That guy was a lot of fun back in the day. It's funny, back in the day, it was only like 5 years ago. It's crazy. Time flies. Okay.
Hey, I got you, friend.
Very interesting. All right. So I think this is the priest deck that builds the health of their minions and somehow flips it. I'm not 100% sure, but let's do this because that guy's gonna be a problem if we leave him to his own devices. And now we've got 4 soul fragments in the deck, which is great.
In the light's name.
Huh. Okay.
I got you, friend.
So that could deal 3 to all other minions, which I think is actually good. Normally I wouldn't opt for a play like this, but because they only have 2 cards in their hand, I think that gives me some kind of a... gives me some kind of a bonus right here. I mean, I also have 3 cards to their 3 cards now, but I'm pretty sure they've used a lot of resources there that could have been used a little bit more efficiently. Thank you for that.
My thanks.
Let's do this and this.
Soul for soul. Vengeance is mine.
And this is great timing for this, so I'm going to bash him for 5, hopefully 10 next turn. And Hero's going to have 6 or more attack to get these guys out for 1. Alright, not the best, but that's fine. Oh, okay. So it's whenever any character. So let's just get rid of that. I don't like it. I don't like it. Yeah, this guy's very good. Psycho Pump, just nuts. And yeah, let's make sure we hit him in the face for 5 at least. But I think it is worth getting rid of this guy again, because that can create a lot of power very quickly. The way that it keeps track of your, is it corpses or whatever? The way it keeps track of that, it should keep track of your soul fragments for sure. So that's been 1. This was 2. So I think there's 2. No, and I drew 1. So I think there's only 1 left in the deck still. I think hard casting one of these is just fine. I could go Chaos Strike, draw some cards, see what I can do, but I think having a 6-power guy is going to help the momentum here a lot. Of course. More arms. Okay. Haven't seen that card in a hot minute. So this is very valuable. It would make that a 4/3 again, I think. But I don't know if that matters that much.
I grow impatient.
They're at 20. I can hit for 9. 10, 11 with that. I think I am going to do this, actually. Let's draw the card also. That's good. Ooh, very nice. Okay, so then let's deal a bunch of damage, I think. This and this will make this guy cost 1. And then I can use that to get their guy out the way. And then hit him for 15. Boom. Yeah, this deck is very explosive. I love Demon Hunter for this. Yeah, the OG Demon Hunter was the best Demon Hunter. I think this was not exactly first edition. I want to say that was a little bit earlier than 2020. There we go. Alright, so I don't count those middle 2 games really, but Paladin, kinda rogue, and then Priest. Let's get 2 more games in here, and then I'm going to move on to another hero. Definitely check out the Twitch if you're watching on YouTube. I stream pretty much every day, just about. And I'm doing all kinds of stuff. Sometimes it's fun brewing, you know, putting together decks that are just interesting and fun to figure out. Sometimes I'm doing competitive decks because there's got to be a balance, obviously. There's Battlegrounds, and then I do stuff like this. There's a ton of Battlegrounds videos on YouTube, but the Twitch is always a good mix. And something I try not to bore you guys with on YouTube is the whole deck creation process, because sometimes that's just me going, do I want this? Do I want this? So I do a lot of that on Twitch, and then I start YouTube videos once I've got the deck fully decided. So if you want that kind of, you know, behind the scenes type of nonsense, then that's the place to go. I like this, but I'm not sure if it's keepable. I am very tempted though. It helps, you know, it helps power out quite a few things. So the soul fragments are good, getting 2 of those. It helps power out the 6-mana guy. Also a great curve into this guy, should I have the... or no, it actually powers the soul fragments up for that, so... fantastic. Blade Dance, extremely good card. Especially in a deck like this. Like this was a deck when Twin Slice gave 2 attack for 1 mana, and you got 2 of them. So that was really awesome. I like that Twin Slice costs 0 now, and gives you 1 attack, but giving 2 attack is just such a huge difference. I'm a big fan of 0 mana spells. Just free anything is amazing. Alright, I see what you did there. And now I can't do that. It's almost like they know what they're doing. Yeah, I guess I just gotta pass the turn. That was pretty well played.
I serve the Fire Lord.
Alright, they got a good draw and looks like they're playing it well. Let's see, for 4 mana, I can't get rid of both guys. It would be dope to be able to do this and Blade Dance, but I think I'm just going to do this and get rid of this guy. Because they can cast some spells. Actually, this could be a big problem if they cast a bunch of spells. Let's do that first. Yeah, Mana Worm can be a problem, but it's only 1 attack that it gains, whereas this guy deals 2 damage, and I don't have any minions, so it's all going to my face. Yeah, like, this is what I'm talking about. It's just a very aggressive spell-based deck. So now I can do this and kill that guy, but how do I want to do this? Yeah, I kind of got to choose, it seems. I guess I could just Blade Dance. Yeah, this might not be ideal, but I think I'm just going to Blade Dance here anyway. Oh, no. This is what we're doing. So let's use this guy to take that out. And then bash him for 9. I love being able to attack for like 9 or more damage. It's such a good feeling. Yeah, Demon Hunter is so explosive. It still is in the current standard metagame, but not quite the same way, as you can obviously see. I think to attract people to Demon Hunter originally, they gave it some very powerful cards, and it got a lot of attention, that's for sure. Let's see, so 2 Soul Fragments in the deck. So I think I'm going to do this and this. I could Blade Dance. That would hit them for... I'd kill that guy and then I can hit him for 10. I don't think I need to, though. I'm hitting for 6 otherwise. Put him at 13. I think that's okay. Nice. All right. So 3-1 after Mage. Yeah, that's one of the issues with that Mage deck is early on, like you have to choose early on how you're going to sequence things and set up. Usually you got to set up a turn where that 2/4 guy that deals 2 damage every time you play a spell. Like that guy in Mana Worm, you have to make sure that they have a clear path. Otherwise, you know, just playing 4/4s for 5 mana like the Azure Drake it's not good enough in this powerful of like a tiny metagame. Because the other cool thing about these types of events is it creates like a whole new metagame between these 11 decks. So that's part of why I'm doing this series with playing all the different decks, is because I want to see, like, in this specific metagame of 11 decks, what is actually the most powerful, or what's got the edge. I'm actually very tempted to keep this because I've got turn 1, turn 2 plays. This is really easy to get out of my hand and play, which will enable this on the far left. I think that's good. And this is my first time playing against Warlock in this, so we'll see how they do. Whenever your hero would take damage on your turn, restore 2 health instead and lose a durability. Okay. I'm tempted to coin Spirit Jailer. I don't have a turn 2 play though, so that doesn't seem good. So I can go turn 2, Jailer, Hero Power, and I've got turn 3, either Weapon or this. Interesting. Not what I wanted to draw there. Oh, look at that. I don't think I care that much about drawing the card yet, so I'll just go here. And they're probably just going to Hero Power and gain 2 life, which is totally fine. I don't remember what year this Warlock deck was. It might be from 2024? I don't remember. Yeah, this was really good in this metagame in 2020. Now there's different cards you get off of it that cost 1, but there used to be some very good cards. Like you could get another Twin Slice off of that. A lot of very powerful options. And plus the card pool for Demon Hunter was so much smaller back then. Now it's got, you know, some other stuff that's not necessarily as good. Yeah, let's give it a try. That's pretty good. I miss Mana Burn. That was a great tempo spell. Yeah, they're going to turn 4. Let's do it. So this incentivizes them to Hero Power and pass, which would be great. God, I forgot how much I miss Mana Burn. It's a very awesome card. Every now and then I want to play Wild because there's so many cool cards from different classes, especially Demon Hunter because there's a smaller card pool than say Warrior or the other classic heroes. So I'm going to play this turn. That way next turn I can go coin into Skull. Because Skull is great. Turn 5 Skull is even better. Obviously it's 2 cards for 3, but the coin is, I don't know, maybe half a card's worth of value. What's going on, Amelia Bianca? Welcome to the Twitch chat. I have a question that I ask everybody in Twitch chats, because no offense, but there's a lot of bots and a lot of people selling things and spamming. So I always ask everyone, what's your favorite Hearthstone card? If you don't have an answer, then I don't reply anymore. But what is your favorite Hearthstone card is the question for you. Jeez, okay. Freeze all of the things.
Eyes on the horizon.
Interesting. That feels a little preemptive. Let's see. This guy can cause some problems, because they could do some very busted things with that. So I'm thinking about Blade Dance here. 3, 4... So I can go Weapon, Twin Slice, Coin, Blade Dance. Kill both their guys, and then I got a Weapon for next turn, and then I can Skull next turn also. I think that's probably the best bet here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 plus coin, yeah. So we go Twin Slice, And then we go coin. Let's kill both those guys. And we've got a good setup for next turn. Yeah, I normally wouldn't waste resources like that, but the amount of shenanigans that Brittlebone can supply is fairly infinite. Like, okay, yeah, that would be very annoying. As would that. So very glad I did that. And I don't have to be in a hurry to skull. Like, I will probably have to use Chaos Strike to get this guy out the way. Let's see what Chaos Strike brings. I don't think I want to send both of these guys and that at that. Maybe I do, actually. Yeah, Skull is very powerful. I think doing it here is going to help a lot. Ah, excellent. Good. Not helpful. Okay, and then because it was a Soul Fragment, I don't get this one with the reduced cost. But that's okay. And I don't think it's worth it to play Mana Feeder here. I'd like to draw a card off of it. How interesting. No response from the Twitch chat on what's your favorite Hearthstone card. I figured that'd be an easy one to answer, but... Wow, okay. So I now have a clock on me. I've gotta start getting them dead, otherwise those demons out of the portal are gonna do some serious work. So hero's gotta have 6 attack for that to trigger. How do I want to play this here?
I grow impatient.
Let's do this and draw a card. Not what I was hoping for, but that's fine. Let's draw another card. That's helpful. I think I'm going to do this also. That gives us this. I can use this to kill that guy and I'll gain 7, so I'm not worried about it. Yeah, so let's do that, kill that, and then let's throw that out there for next turn. Awesome. Alright, let's see what happens. Alright, what do we got? Ooh, that's a pretty good one for them to get. Alright, that's fine. So, I'm thinking Twin Slice, kill that guy, attack, and then I may just do this to clear out the imps and this guy, which isn't super necessary, but I think I've got a... So 1, 4, 5, 6, 7... Okay, so let's start with this. Not really what I wanted to draw, but that's okay. Ooh, look at that. That'll be great for next turn. So if I can just clear that guy out the way. God, it feels like such a waste of a weapon. Let's do that. I guess I should have done this after, actually. Darn it. That was definitely a misplay. So, at least I've got 2 guys. And I've got a little bit of explosivity between this guy and the second slice. And I can always gain some life with the weapon. So, yeah, doing pretty good. Annoying. So I'm down to 12 cards in my deck, whereas they have infinite demons coming. Well, that doesn't really matter, does it? You're going to shuffle pirates into an infinite demon portal? Is it a pirate demon? It is a demon pirate. Wow. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, this is getting out of hand. I don't have a good feeling about this game, but we'll see what happens here. Let's do this. And then this.
My blades are just for show.
Yeah, I feel like I got... I mean, this guy... That sucks. I've got no more soul fragments anymore, because I drew that one. Oh, I can do this, I guess. So let's do that. Is that just to a minion? Just to a minion. Let's do that. I can then hit them for 11. Alright, so got them down to 9. Let's hope I can finish this game out. They're going to be playing more and more powerful things as these turns goes on, so I gotta finish real fast. I assume they're going to trade here, which basically leaves me top decking. I can deal 3 a turn, and that's unfortunately not going to do it, because 3 turns is more than enough time for them to draw very, wow, powerful things. Speaking of powerful things, and that's a Titan also, so it's got other abilities. Whew, goodness. Summon 2, 6, 6, Infernal... Wow. And they can always send all other minions into there. That's crazy. So I gotta silence that guy because that's way too powerful, but hopefully I draw something good that's gonna matter here. Not helpful. Also not very helpful. So this game is probably over.
I grow impatient.
I'm trying to think about what else is in here that would actually help, because there's not a lot of direct damage. I can't finish the game out that way per se.
Time grows short.
Yeah, I don't know what I can do here. I'm going to be taking 13 next turn, which gives me 1 more turn to do anything. So we're going to do that. Yeah, I'm just going to pray that I can draw something on the following turn that will help, because Blade Dance at least is something that could help clear the board. It only deals deals damage to 3 minions. So, ay. And I think that's got taunt. Yeah. Alright, looks like this is probably over, but we'll see. 1 more draw. Like, Skull of Gul'dan off the top could draw into things that I could then play, but it's a very, very a very specific situation that I would need in order to do anything here, and I don't think the cards in my deck are going to do it. Yep, no bueno.
You possess true power. I yield for now.
Alright, so not counting those rogue games, I'm 2-2. Let's play 1 more game just to get an even 5 of actual games. So I played against Paladin, Priest, Mage, and Warlock. So 1 more with this. I like this Demon Hunter deck a lot, but there are so many powerful things among the other 10 decks in the pool. Yeah, definitely check out the other videos in this series. I'm going to do probably Paladin next. The 4 that I'm most excited to play are Demon Hunter, Paladin, Druid, and Hunter. Druid is the Jade Druid. I don't know if you guys remember the Jade Golems. Those are super fun. I played that in Standard back in the day. It was very powerful.
Your soul shall be mine. This ends now.
This is good, but doesn't really work until turn 5. Huh. Yeah, Warlock could prove to be difficult. Depends on if they get that portal again. That's very powerful. They've got really good card draw. I'm going to keep one of these, I guess. And I'm going to do this one instead of this one because, you know, like Skull of Gul'dan would be great there. I don't want that on... Oh, wow. And that's exactly why I did that. If I did this one and put the skull on the far right, it's just that much harder to get it to the edge. That's that same... Yeah, that same weapon.
Nothing gets past my hounds.
Seems pretty good. I could do this, but... I think the main thing when playing against this Warlock deck is I need to kill them as fast as possible. And in 2 turns I'll be drawing 3. So I think this is okay for right now. It's definitely not ideal, but it continues to put pressure. And as soon as I lose momentum, this deck gets a little bit worse. I can still put out some, you know, I can still pull out some explosive turns. But one explosive turn is not going to make the difference for a lack of momentum. Actually, silencing this guy could be okay. I don't know, though, if you silence this, if they still get the starship piece. So that is something I should know, but I don't. But we're going to find out right now. So yeah, no starship piece, I'm pretty sure. They still got a 3-4, which is obviously good for them. But no armor, no starship, I like. Annoying, okay. So let's coin and skull.
Alas, poor Warlock.
Your lifesteal damages the enemy hero instead of healing you. Love it. So that'll be good with the weapon and a couple of other things, but... So 1 mana 2/6 now. I'm tempted to Chaos Strike, but I think it might be better for a more explosive turn. Yeah, we're going to chill here. I think Blade Dance is always a mulligan. It was probably a mistake to keep even one of those earlier. And for all I know, it's going to come in handy now, but we'll see. Your death rattles trigger twice. Oh boy. Let's draw a card. I guess I could draw a card again. Let's do this. Probably gonna end up killing that guy. And that's got to be 6 attack to play that guy, so... So 1 for that, leaves 4 left.
Time grows short.
My blades are just for show.
I'm gonna do
Let's dance.
that. Oh, that's right. Darn it. Okay, not ideal. But yeah, there's gonna be mistakes, that's for sure. Shoot. So it could have been better, but that's fine. I guess I could have popped the Death Rattle guy. Oh, because Blade Dance deals damage to 3 minions. Yeah, that would have gained them a lot more armor and multiple starship pieces, which wouldn't be great. Then they would have a 6/8 starship. I don't like that very much. Yeah, let's put some more Soul Fragments in the deck and get this guy out there. Jeez, each one dies after taking damage. And then they're gonna kill it, and their next, what was it, next Death Rattle triggers twice? Oh, next Death Rattle minion costs 3 less.
Such a beautiful shield.
I don't know how much I care about that guy. I could Blade Dance right now, but I feel like that'd kind of be a waste. Ooh, look at that. Let's do that, actually.
My blades are just for show.
Finally getting a little bit of momentum, but I'm not feeling super great because the Warlock player has drawn quite a few cards. Alright, there's the portal. Not good. And their demons have +2 health and taunt. Not a good. Not good at all. Blade Dance could be good here. So that's 4. Yeah, let's just run it.
What's the jet? Let's dance.
And it is possible I should have killed this, but getting them down to 9 I think is really good. It puts them within range. They're going to get dudes with taunt from this. Okay, that's fair also. I forgot they had that ability. They've only got 1 more left though, thankfully. on, give me something good.
Alas, poor warlock.
Yeah, not looking great. 6, 12, 15, 21, 22. They got 22 attack on board.
Demons.
And I think this is going to give... Oh, they can summon 2 6/6 Infernals, which they don't exactly need right now or have space for. Yeah, I'm not sure much is going to matter, but let's at least draw a card and see if we got better options. Yeah, kind of Fubard. So yeah, it was definitely the right call to get rid of this guy instead of attacking their face. But you live, you learn. I forgot it could consume all the minions and throw them into the void or whatever it calls it. Yeah, Warlock is very good. Why would you do that? What? Yep, not helpful. Nothing I can do here.
I yield.